And sometimes this dance creates something astonishing. Out pops a transcendental dreamverse, a remarkable place where the real meets the fantastic. And this vast expanse of imagination has a name. They call it Little Big Planet.
Little Big Planet 2 is a game that was unexpectedly announced sequel. With developers like Media Molecule behind the power, what did you expect? To be honest, the first Little Big Planet game didn't have my interest, mainly because 99% of the time I was confused on what exactly the story was about. This time around, Media Molecule pulled through with a deep and immersive story with what I would call an excellent creative perspective on platforming game titles. From excellent maps to massive creative tools, Little Big Planet 2 has left a lasting impression on me in which a game hasn't done in years. Pure fun and enjoyment, like when you had a bunch of friends over in the early 2000s to play Mario Party, or to take it back even further, a game of Super Smash Bros. So here's another in-depth take on the game that I couldn't stop playing for 3 days straight. Alright, let's go ahead and get into some Little Big Planet 2 gameplay to showcase and show you guys what Little Big Planet 2 is about. Now, as you start off in your pod is different as it was in Little Big Planet 1. Now, of course, the maps and the scenery have changed from Little Big Planet 1 to Little Big Planet 2 because there's user-created levels, and it's over 2 million now. But we're going to go ahead and get into some other things. Now, as you see here, I'm moving my character around. Now, you start off either as a he, or you can change it to a she. And the character customization is completely outstanding, and it's different, and it's good. So we're going to go ahead and show you. As you can see here, I'm using my 6-axis controller to actually move around my character's body and do different kind of movements. Now, Little Big Planet 2 is showcasing the actual physics engine, and as Little Big Planet 1, to show you how the PlayStation 3 can be used. Now, of course, I'm moving my little big sack person back and forth. As you can see here, there's the use pod computer, which is that PlayStation 3 controller right behind you. So right here we have the story. We have story, community, we have recent activity, and we also have store. Now, these are some of the game modes that's located in Little Big Planet 2. And on the right-hand side here, we have me. Now, me is where's the tutorials and examples to show you guys how to play Little Big Planet 2 if you're not familiar. So the first beginners and the professionals, they all have a chance to get into Little Big Planet 2 as well. Now let's go ahead and show you the community. Here, the community is where you have your community levels that people have created. Like I said, there's over 2 million. And for the story levels, it is deep. Most people complained about Little Big Planet 1's storyline and how it wasn't as deep and immersive, and you really didn't know what you were doing, and I'm one of those people. But in Little Big Planet 2, I had non-stop fun. Now, you've never really completed the game until you've completed the game fully with 100% on each level. So there's vast things to do and collect in Little Big Planet 2, as well as some amazing trophies that you can collect as well. So don't think that you'll ever get bored, because there's continuous fun in Little Big Planet 2. The game never ends. Now going back to the community levels here, you have cool levels, you have Media Molecule picks, you have text search. Now text search is if you have some kind of a level concocted in your mind and you just want to sit there and decide what level you want to find. You can search for it. Now, like I've said, there are 2 million levels in Little Big Planet 2 and counting. That means that you can go through vast community levels, from ping pong to pool to rotatinator. Things that you just wouldn't believe were existing or existed. My favorite level is possibly the Street Fighter level in Little Big Planet 2. That's my favorite. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the story mode. Now, in the story modes, like I said before, you have to basically get 100% to finish the complete game. Now, there's different trophies that you can collect, different trophies from bronze, silver, etc. if you do different portions in the main story. Now, you can also play co-op versus different matches that they have provided. And you also have the option of joining and not joining. Now, like I told you before, the game is pretty much similar as Little Big Planet 1. Things haven't really changed. The one issue that I did have in Little Big Planet 2 was when the game first aired for retail. The first original copies were having a lot of bugged issues. Now, of course, Media Molecule has cleaned up the servers, and they have fixed a lot of these issues from different various updates. So the game has gotten better when it comes down to jumping in and out of versus and co-op maps, or should I say matches. But those were one of the hindrances that I did see, and they kind of threw me off at first. But I did jump right back into Little Big Planet 2 after all the updates started to hit. So for the newcomers who are playing Little Big Planet 2, you shouldn't have to worry about those things because Media Molecule usually stays right on those issues. As you can see here, the game shows you the percentile of how much you've completed in the game. And there are tons of levels that you can choose from, and there's many things that you can do from co-op portions in the actual storyline that you can actually get into by having a certain amount of players. Now let's go ahead and get into some actual gameplay of Little Big Planet 2. As you can see here, as we start off, we're inside one of the level masters here. Now, as I told you before, if we get into the gameplay and AI, the AI is perfect. The SAC bots in the game, they help you. They give you the needed support to finish or to complete a mission, and they also help you and the rest of the players and characters that Media Molecule have created to help you as well. So the AI support is very much needed in this game if you're not playing with other human characters. So you do need to rely on them. You do need them for your support, and they do need you for their support. So it really does come into play how they've worked with the AI and how much you need it. But the gameplay is smooth. The physics in the game are perfect. There's nothing really I have much to say wrong about the actual gameplay and AI support. But yes, the hindrance would be if you are playing and the camera pans in and out during versus modes with online multiplayer. That is one of the main things, because all the characters on screen, from even the animations, from the AI, all that is on screen, and it does affect you because the camera starts to pan out and you really can't tell who is who. So your character gets mixed up with their character, and it does become a bit confusing, but it doesn't hinder how much fun you're having. So the enjoyment is still there. It's just the camera needs to be worked on, hopefully in future Little Planet titles. For the soundtrack and visuals, I would like to go ahead and talk about that real quick. For the soundtrack and visuals, Little Big Planet 1 didn't have me from the start. I didn't like the soundtrack at all. Was not a fan, but for Little Big Planet 2, they actually put in some good music that I could relate to. Actual music, official music from official artists that I could relate to, that I've heard before, and that actually made me have fun with the game, made me get into it. They fit well in the levels, and that was an excellent thing as well. So, just to sum it up for a quick review that took me forever to review, I'm going to let you guys know that. I would definitely give Little Big Planet 2 an 8.5 out of 10, and the reason because of that is some of the bugged issues when it comes down to the online multiplayer. But from anything else from that, from the gameplay, from having fun and the enjoyment to the replay value, all that right there can stay. It's good. It's a great game. It's a great game for your family to have fun with and enjoy. Definitely check it out. Little Big Planet 2. Don't miss it. If you want creative customizations, if you want creative levels, if you want to be the creator of certain levels, definitely check out Little Big Planet 2. It is the game for you.